Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Wednesday, April, what's the date today? 16th, 2025. I'm doing a collective read. As you know, it's a timeless read. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders because it's all energy anyway. So please, please, please take what applies, toss the rest. Don't try to make things fit. If it does not, it is not advisable. If you're not already aware of it, leave it alone. It belongs to someone else. Don't take on other people's hardships, okay? You can switch the genders or the roles as you need to throughout the read. That is not a problem. But remember, not every read's going to be for you. Okay, these reads are general and they're very collected. Can we speak now? General collective reads, meaning that there's thousands of people here, and I'm picking up thousands of people's different energies. Sometimes it's very cohesive from start to finish, and it sounds like one story, but I can guarantee you it's not. Other times it's all over the place, and that's the reason why. So please use your higher wisdom and discernment, okay? I'll bring out the tarot cards. I'll give you the description of the cards as well as what I'm picking up intuitively. You know your story best. It could be all the cards, some, one, and or none, as I stated, and then we bring it together at the end. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. You guys are wonderful. I love you. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about at this hour. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss, please, with the collective? What is the message at this hour? Thank you. Inside scoop. A closer look, nosy, up in your business. So somebody's up in your business, right? Wanting to see what you're doing, who you're doing it with, how you're doing it. That's the overarching energy. Same shit every day. So you've been going through something for a while now. It's getting stale. It's getting old. Underlying energy. Somebody's cloud hungry. Says anything, does anything, makes shit up, and very dramatic. So you got liars, slanders, troublemakers in your energy under fake accounts, fake profiles, right? Stalking you maybe. Fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever you're on, okay? And even if you don't have a platform or anything like that, at least you're here on YouTube. Maybe somebody's watching you watch somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or they're under fake profiles. I don't know. Maybe they know who you watch if you're on YouTube. Maybe they're looking at the comment section, and every time you make a comment, maybe they're trying to, I don't know, cause shit. Somebody's trying to kiss ass, or you know how some people like that, they come across as they're kissing your ass, and it's very fake and phony. You feel it. It's just, backhanded compliments, backwards compliments. It could go either way. It's either a compliment or it's an insult. That kind of shit, So somebody's facing bankruptcy, financial bankruptcy, moral or spiritual. Seems like all of them. If people these are grown-ass people acting this way. Yeah, somebody's into you. Good chemistry, great vibes, and positive. And somebody's a grudge holder because of that. Maybe lighting candles against you. They're facing bad karma. And they're being haunted by what they've done. If they summoned anything, it's with them, not with you. Memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects, okay? Maybe they're trying to feed on some sort of trauma you've experienced in the past and, trying to goad you, trying to needle you, trigger you. But it's not working. Somebody could be losing their car. They don't want you moving forward. Repo, car issues. This is a spiritual hater. Hates on your spirituality, on your light, your magic, and your power. And I'm not talking about baneful magic, but just the magic that you bring into the world, okay? Somebody hates it. Tough shit. That's a them problem, not a you problem, right? How dare they try to make that into a you problem? You're insecure and you've got problems, and that's for them to address. How dare they try to visit those problems onto you? Inside scoop. Don't they have something better to do, like maybe work, get a hobby, take care of their home, take care of themselves, kids? I don't know. Too interested in what other people are doing. That's where they're going wrong here. Inside scoop. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Two-faced. So somebody's very two-faced. Someone is friendly yet deceitful. I told you. They give you those ass-kissing compliments that sound like an insult at the same time. If you have people like this in your energy, even whether you know them or not, just block them. Have nothing to do with them, okay? Silent understanding. You understand exactly what's going on here. You don't have to speak about it. Unspoken understanding creates a deep connection. Yeah, they're trying to connect themselves to you, to your energy maybe. They want you to lose your shit so they can drain you of energy. I suggest you don't do that. You don't have to listen to me though. Don't give them the time of day. Okay? Something to do with family ties, family. Some of you have a family with, or this is your family. Family dynamics are influencing the relationship. Or somebody else's family, I don't know. Pretending to be fine and yet they're not. You may appear strong outwardly while feeling vulnerable. So somebody's really used to putting on a mask. Or that's what they're claiming about you. Oh, they're pretending to be fine, but they're really not. We're really getting to them. As long as they keep thinking that, right? Trust the process, and that's exactly what you're doing, okay? Trust the process of the relationship. Don't rush for answers. You might be in a new relationship. You're not going to rush anything. Or somebody's in... This is like backwards here, because these people are backwards. Somebody in the equation, it could be a past love. They're trusting, they're telling everybody they'll be back. Like I'm so irresistible. They can't resist me. They're chasing me. Maybe they're making up fake profiles of you and making it look like you're chasing them. And that could be it too. Yeah, play mind games. There we go. Emotional interactions, involvement, control, and manipulation. Somebody's very manipulative here. Shared experiences. Shared experiences deepen the bond between you and others. Now place that where it belongs. It could be somebody that is trying to get in your energy, going, yeah, I went there. I've been there too. I can relate. Wanting to share some sort of bond, wanting to get closer to you. Could be an ex, could be a family member, I don't know. So doubts are surfacing now. Someone's trust in you is starting to waver. I don't think it's in you, or they want their trust to waver in you. But I think other people in this equation are starting to doubt this troublemaker. Somebody's overthinking. If it's you, stop doing that. It's not going to help, okay? Thoughts and emotions are tangled up, leading to overthinking. So yeah, they're overthinking things. Something to do with the inner circle's overthinking things. So I'm telling you, there's an inner circle. It might have something to do with the first read. I don't know. Only take it if it applies. But they're doubting this person. They're getting themselves into trouble here. Okay? Are you being excluded from the inner circle? They wanted you to feel excluded from whatever circle this is, whether it's love, family, friend, or work, or all the above. They're trying to ruin you. I'm watching to see if it's working. But I don't think you give two shits. You know who you are. You don't want to be part of their circle. Yeah, they spread a lot of gossip here. Rumors are spreading quickly. You're very quiet and you're very content. You don't need to show up or show off. Simple companionship brings you peace and satisfaction. And this is complicated. It has something to do with the first read. There are a lot of people involved, a lot of reasons why they're doing what they're doing. Everybody has their own agendas. They're stealing things from you, either it's work, energy, they want your destiny, money. Last read had something to do with mortgage fraud or a home or a condo. There's a side piece involved. Somebody's telling on all of them because there's a breakup and they're not happy. And people are discovering that they potentially they could have broken the law. Either it's a hate crime or it's a harassment or this is fraud. They facilitated fraud. Whatever this is. They were doing magic in the last read. So whatever this is, these people are hurting. They're getting the karma. And they're realizing it was all because somebody had a hidden agenda where it came to you. That's sad. But how else are we going to learn a lesson, right? We're all here to learn. Inside scoop. Somebody's running away from what they've done here. Get away, keep away, and give up. Somebody wants to give up. They're tired of it. And that's what I was getting on the last read. I am an empath. I do pick up on the energy. So if you think that my energy is waning, it's not. I'm fine. I'm beautiful. Thank you for inquiring, by the way. But I do pick up on other people's energies. And if I'm feeling like, or I'm sounding like I'm not as energetic as I normally am, it has nothing to do with me. It's just with the read, okay? Just so you know. So thank you for the concern. I'm fine. Somebody's trying to run away from this. It's the last read. Somebody's trying to mirror you, trying to steal your work, your whatever this is, trying to be you, impersonate you. It's a doppelganger, trying to defraud you maybe. There was a also a matter of plagiarism. Maybe they're claiming you plagiarized them, but it seems like somebody else is stealing from you. I mean, you seem like to be a person that's very grounded and talented, unencumbered. You're not going to let these people get to you. You're here to do something, and you're doing it. And you're doing it beautifully, masterfully. So congratulations. So reflection, reference, or maybe some of these people are taking the time out to reflect on what they've done. The reference, distinguish, and appearance. So there could be they're now noticing there's a difference between this false person and you. They're now seeing the falseness of this person. Congratulations. Gravity. So attraction, magnetic field, and potential energy. So they're trying to steal your energy. You're attracting, or this is somebody that's just always putting on their lipstick, maybe if it's a female, or worried about the way they look and what bling they have, or their rims on their car. It's just all surface, okay? Male or female, place it where it belongs. And they want to attract as many, or as whatever this is. They want the attention. That was also in the last read. They want to be the center of attention. Yeah, you're being guarded here. Protect, escort, and teach. Maybe you're dealing with these people. Maybe somebody in the equation is an escort, or they claimed you were. If you're a female, males could be escorts too. You're here to teach. Maybe you're being protected though. Okay, congratulations. They're being tormented. They're on guard. Maybe. Ooh, anxiety, bondage, and depression, and troubled. So they're facing troubles and they know it. Damn. Maybe going towards madness. Unspeakable, ancient, and chaos. You could be an ancient being. They could have summoned something ancient that they can't get rid of. They've caused a lot of chaos in their world and other people's worlds. Unspeakable. This is unfinished business. Maybe it's finished with you, but it's certainly not finished with the universe, okay? It's not over. Back and forth and baggage. These people, or this person's got a lot of baggage here. They don't want it to end. They were getting something from you, or all these people were getting something from you. A high just coming after you. Yeah, this was all taboo coming up after you, okay? So there's a limit. They've crossed the boundaries here. They've crossed the limit. It's a crime. Forbidden love, curiosity. Place of forbidden love wherever that fits in your story, if it does. Somebody was curious here. Checked you out. They see that you're talented, born with features and personality. They love your personality. Now they're seeing that these people are putting two and two together. These people are not stupid. Maybe they feel stupid for falling for this ruse, and I wouldn't blame them for feeling that way, but don't stay there, okay? Just take, if you are I'm not going to say you're a victim here, but other people were victimized. And if you fell for it, take accountability, atone, stop what this is. Report, do what you must, okay? Clean your hands. That's the gist of this story here. Yeah, curiosity. So somebody went looking for you. They looked you up. They got the real story here. It was all a figment of someone's imagination, okay? Based off a desire or something like that. So somebody's trying something. They're going to whistleblow. There we go. Betrayal, report, expose, and leak. It's in keeping. So congratulations for whoever. Listen, I'm not here to judge you, and I said it in the last read. I'm not here to judge you. I don't know what you've done. In the last read, in the beginning, it started off as somebody wants to tell the truth to you. They're going to tell you the truth, or go to the police, tell the truth, but they're going to hide a big portion of, the role they played in this. I don't suggest you do that. You don't have to listen to me. But it's just going to look really bad on you when the truth does come out. So you might as well tell it true. Tell it loud. Okay? And just wash your hands of it. Because if you try to hide exactly what role you've taken or played in this, it looks really bad on you when the truth comes out. Do you understand? You're not credible at the end of the day. So inside scoop, two-faced, and run away. People are sick and tired. They're realizing they're losing too much. I don't know if it's a backfire, if it's magic, it's come back on them. They're getting some really bad karma. Okay, and they're realizing, shit, this person we targeted, everything's fine in their world. They're calm, they're peaceful, they're happy, they're healthy, they're stable. What was this for? Because you guys, whoever this is that got involved in this, whether you are or somebody else you're dealing with, they're losing here. It's not about winning and losing, it's about learning lessons here. That's why we're here. So somebody's eyes are open now. I think it's more than one, but I think one's going to go and tell the truth. Inside scoop, two-faced, runaway. Stubborn. That came out in the last read too. Bossy, selfish, and inflexible. So somebody's trying to exert their power and control over this group, and it's not going to work here. Somebody's sick and tired. I can't make this up. They are sick and tired. I'm picking that up. Cycles over. Decision made. Somebody might be losing their job or did lose their job. Or this might mean that somebody loses, broke, fired, living beyond their means. Might have to claim bankruptcy. That came out in the last read. Or they're trying to make you lose your job. Okay? There's red flags here. Pay attention. If these people are starting to lose things right now because of karma or a backfire or anything like that being found out, it's just, the red flags are there. It's just the beginning. Signs, cheating, deception. Very childish persons, okay? Immature, argumentative, playing the victim. So somebody played the victim, blamed somebody else, and these people got involved, okay? As if they're the militia, they are the, I don't know, the law. As if they are, you know, warriors of God. We got to take these people down and repent, repent, repent. It could be anything like that, okay? So contemplation, yes or no. Unsure choices and decisions. These people are toxic as fuck. Addictions. They have addictions. Bad advice. Wrong crowd. Deuces. So somebody's leaving. Fed up, cutting ties, walking away. And this is an inferno here. So you might be walking away before this inferno goes up in flames. I don't know. Before the worst happens. If your gut's telling you to cut ties with these people, walk away, do what's right, then do it, please. Okay, I said that in the last read. Chaos, job loss, and everything's crumbling. Okay? So somebody's going to pop up on you. This is the last read. Surprise visit, reaching out and in person. So somebody wants to speak to you if you are the person that was targeted, and or maybe they're just going to pop up into the police station. I don't know. Take it for whatever that is. Everybody's story is a bit different, so only take what applies in your life. Come back here. Okay. You want me to use the other deck? I shall. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Inside scoop, two-faced, runaway, stubborn. So somebody doesn't want to give up. They want to keep going because they're getting something out of it. Either they're getting attention, energy, money, fame, whatever this is. Whatever it is, it's fraudulent. They're getting something out of it. They're using all kinds of methods and mean, you know, like, it's just mean. Maybe it's a person that's never achieved anything in their life, and they feel like somebody all of a sudden. Obviously, maybe trying to doppelgang you. They want your energy, your essence, what you do, who you are, what you have, what you stand to have, if it's your destiny. They can't be you. You cannot be somebody else, okay? You can't. Be yourselves. Life is precious. We each have a soul and a life that was given to us by God to live, to learn, to evolve. Why would you want somebody else's life and stall your own? Not evolve in your own? It doesn't make any sense to me. Inside scoop, two-faced, runaway, and stubborn. Why would you want to hurt other people? Most of these people probably don't even know you. They know of you. Stories, lies, slander. For somebody else to cover up what they were doing, maybe? That could be it too. Thank you, Spirit. Emperor. This could be you or someone else, male or female. Could be a father, okay? Somebody with authority, spiritual or 3D or both, making a decision here. Somebody's bossing up, taking back their power, protecting their throne. Could be a boss or a leader. They have a decision to make. See the lightning behind them? Yeah, they're not looking too happy. Could be a divine masculine, by the way. It just means that divine masculines take action. They're very wise, learned. They make the right decisions for everybody involved. They're usually established, and they're not going to fuck about and lose whatever they've gained in life, grown with their own two hands and their, you know, abilities for this fuck shit. Yeah, seeing the truth, gaining clarity, overarching energy, Two of Swords in reverse, letting go. You're not mentally conflicted, or this person's not mentally conflicted. No more stalemates. You're not a victim. You're not going to be a victim. Or they won't. To this person or this situation. Let it go. Let it go. Right? A lot of hardship here. A lot of burdens. Somebody's very burdened. 10 of Wands in the upright. Somebody is buckling beneath the weight of these lies. Somebody's got responsibilities in life. So they got to let this go. They don't want to be held liable. Damn. There's collaboration, a contract, a third-party situation, working together here. Something to do with creativity as well. Masterful creativity. They were working together. There's truth and clarity about a collaboration. They were collaborating against you. You're speaking the truth all along, or somebody else is going to be speaking the truth. This is trust as well. They thought they could trust this group or this person. They can't. This is being exposed. This is illumination. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. You're moving forward here. Somebody's fucking... Sorry. Car might have caught on fire or something. Somebody's catching fire here. Look at me. I'm the best in the world. This is also source. Yeah, they see... They can't bind you. Somebody wants to detach from the situation. You've detached, you peep their game, or they're peeping this person's game, seeing through the illusions and breaking free. You're not toxic and you're not karmic. If it has anything to do with a car or a property or a deed and or some sort of contract, it's null and void. Okay? It's not a viable binding contract. Yeah, they were attacking you, attacking you, trying to attach something to you. Somebody, the truth is up in the air here, okay? This is battle. When you see a horse's front legs up in the air, you see those statues in front of usually, you know, government buildings and stuff of somebody, a military person that died, you know what I mean? Either that were part of the military. If the hooves are up in the air, that means they died in battle, okay? If the hooves are down, that means that they didn't die in battle, they died other ways, right? Natural causes, whatever. But the truth is here. Somebody's gunning for you. They were gunning for you. It's fast communication, fast action. They tried to attack you, or maybe they're attacking one another. I don't know. But this could be the police coming in as well, a raid. Yeah, there's been nothing but lies, no truth, no clarity. Damn. No communication. Somebody was attacking you without the consent of the other people. I don't know. For their own agendas. I'm picking up a lot of people with their own agenda. They were getting something out of it, each and every one of them. Yeah. Somebody didn't want to they wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you to look unstable. Somebody's unstable. They're greedy and selfish. Unstable and very insecure. Going towards financial difficulties. This was a financial crime. Yeah. Dealing with opportunists here. Trying to steal your spiritual gifts, maybe. This is your blessing, not theirs. This is a lot of money here. Got paid by a family. There we go. The truth is out. This is your blessing. It's an inheritance of some sort, spiritual or otherwise, or life insurance. It's a large amount of money. But this is a 10, 1 to 10. So it's coming to an end here, okay? This is your ancestors behind you, too. They're exposing these people. They can't hide this anymore. The truth has come out. They have to face their own shadow and their fears. They can't hide this anymore. This is a group, cult, coven, seeker society, or a friend group, or third party. They were all cheering this on and celebrating this. I think they were coming into something good, grand, okay? It's all been lies. All been lies. So if people were trying to say, this person's this, that, the other thing, the agenda behind it was because there was a lot of money, family money behind it, and they wanted you to harm this person, take this person out. If you are listening, if you're part of this group, if not, this is what they wanted to do, take you out with this group. Maybe different groups, okay? Different stories coming up after you because there was a lot of money involved. That was at the heart of it. Okay? Yep, they got caught. They have to come clean. So somebody wants to come clean. They can't hide this anymore. They're disgusted, I heard. They found out the truth, what lays behind this. This is going to be public here, very public. Being played out in public, I heard. Or they could have lied. They got caught on the stand. Because I was picking that up yesterday or the day before. Somebody was on the stand. And they were being cross-examined. And I howled. I was in bed. And I was laughing my ass off. Okay, I'll tell you quickly. There was a woman with, she had short hair, I think. No, she had dark hair up in a bun. She had on a pair of white pants and a summer top, like just down near her shoulders. And she took the stand to speak about somebody. And she got roasted on the stand. She was cross-examined and she was proven to be a liar. And I could see the judge's face, like he looked really weird. It was an old elderly gentleman. Looked really weird, like he smelled something like that was very unappealing. And she got up when she was told to wait in the hall with a guard, and the judge would deal with her later. She was caught on the stand lying. And then when she got up and left the room, everybody looked down at the seat, and she had left a package behind. She left a mess. So she literally soiled herself. So somebody lied on the stand here, and they got caught. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. 9 of Swords in reverse. Wow. So I was laughing my ass off. I wasn't expecting that one. So it might have something to do with this. And definitely, it made Spirit poked me in that direction for a reason. Yeah, they were willing to do whatever it takes to win, right? But at what cost? Whatever they got so far was very dishonorable. Everybody's taking on losses. Everything's burning down behind them. And they're still standing there going, yeah, I'm safe. I don't care about those people. So they use these people in this group or these groups. There's more than one group involved. To come after you, to hurt you, to get what they wanted. They thought they were very smart. And they wouldn't get the karma. They wouldn't get pinned for it. Nobody would know it was them. Okay, so whoever these people were in these groups were pawns. They were used, and now they're reaping the consequences to this karma, to the backfires, to everything. They're getting caught up. Yep, I'm speaking the truth here. Setting boundaries, cutting them out. This could be law and order. It could be doctors. It could be anybody, a professional, male or female. Very astute, very discerning, intelligent, wise, and intuitive, and not mincing words. At this point, why should we? People got paid or pay to others, okay? They didn't want anybody investing in you. This could be misappropriation of funds. This is the end of the line. You get what you give with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This was a bad investment. They got paid to do stuff against you. They lost a lot of money. They have to relocate. This was all a scam. Doing magic. Very insincere, sending love bombers towards you, possibly. They didn't want you having friends, love, and or support. They didn't want to support you. They didn't want to invest in you. Well, this was heartless and cruel. They were just draining your energy. These are heartless and soulless beings, possibly. This isn't. People aren't happy here. This was not love. If they claimed they were doing this out of love, it's bullshit. Love of God, love of you. Oh, this is going down the wrong way. Oh, I love you. I'm trying to protect you. Yeah, no. They were just draining these people and draining you. They're soulless, okay? No new beginnings, not happy. They're not being blessed here. No new beginnings at all. They're under divine judgment. This is awareness, awakening. It's an aha moment here. They need to take accountability. They're being exposed. You're being exposed. Temperance angel, very, very balanced, healed. You're a healer. You're a teacher. You transmute and alchemize. They now know that. You're very divinely protected and guided by the angels. They now know that. You could be an earth angel. Not everybody is. We have to stop with these labels and stuff. We are human. We are here for a human experience. I mean, we're spirit, but you know what I mean. We're souls here on having a human experience to better our souls, to better elevate. But they got to balance this out here. They can't shake you. You're very stable. You're very healthy. You could be doing divination. They got to balance something out. They got paid to do magic against you. There's a lot of lies, illusions, deception. They were two-faced, out of control, possibly involved with corruption. They claimed you were. Could be a younger person here as well, gathering some information, doing their homework. You did your homework. New beginnings, taking a practical approach, right? Could be a child as well. Could be an adult child, I should say. But this is magic. They don't have all the resources they need. They definitely don't. Yeah. Trying to manipulate. Somebody wants to be a star. Manipulating people against you, and you're in your north node. Divinity. This is divine intervention, by the way. What's it like to want? I want. It's for their wishes, right? Nobody else's wishes. Hidden agendas. Yeah. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. They didn't foresee this. People did not foresee this. They can't move forward. Their ships aren't coming in. They're stuck. They wanted you waiting. Waiting forever for what's rightfully yours. Really? Okay. I wonder what the divine has to say about that. If you're dealing with a past partner, then they were non-committal. They just didn't want to be alone. They thought you'd come back. Look, they're going to come back. Yeah, they're bothering me. They're chasing me. It could be any kind of things right here, but their plans are falling through and they weren't expecting that. They're not prepared for it. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. They didn't want you going far if you're online, if you do have a platform. They didn't foresee this getting out in the open. You moving on, you being so protected, you getting victory here. You're stable and secure. 4 of Pentacles. World and 4 of Pentacles. They want to keep things as is. They don't want to let go of something. If they're online, there's different people involved. I'm telling you. If you are online and you have people competing against you, they want it all for themselves. But you're stable and secure. You bring stability. They can't rock your world. Now their world is burning because they were greedy and selfish, not wanting to let go. They didn't want to let go. It didn't belong to them, possibly. Holding back all the time, trying to hold you back, right? Wanting you to feel defeated, overwhelmed, but it's them. They came out with some really bad, false accusations and allegations about you. They're holding back the fact that they're being spiritually attacked, maybe, or they tried to spiritually attack you, and they're the ones who started it. Okay, they can't block you. Yeah, this family or this group here is involved. They can't block your wish fulfillment. Yeah, going into court, dealing with an institution or a platform. Like I said, you're highly spiritually ranked. This could be the divine himself. You're stable and secure. If this has anything to do with your family and inheritance, and they tried to say you were crazy, you're stable, insecure, male or female, you know you're... they're going to have to cut their losses here. Could be a marriage or commitment of some sort as well. They're dealing with an institution, a platform, or belief system. Reckless, careless, foolish. They took unnecessary risks. There will be no new beginnings for these people. They thought you were gullible. They were. Guilty as sin, I heard. Law and order stepping in. King of Swords. And or this could be a professional. Anybody. Could be you or anybody you're dealing with, male or female. They know the truth. The truth has been spoken. The sword is up in the air. Okay? They partnered up to do something. To do magic. To say you're a whore. To say you were doing magic. Somebody who was very greedy and selfish and jealous and hateful and spiteful and a bully. Abusive. Wanting to be you. Doppelganger. Could be 2 people or 1. They wanted to devalue you and disempower you, take your rights away. They want you to sacrifice yourself. Remove yourself, peasant. I don't think so. This is somebody trying to copy you, to steal your work online. There we go. So somebody's under investigation. You're still moving forward. Congratulations. Somebody's still moving forward, regardless. Somebody got curious. They're looking at you. They're spying on you. This is delayed communication from afar. It's an investigation and under surveillance. Congratulations. The ne'er-do-wells are getting caught. Yeah, somebody's remaining stoic. I'm not going to take that flipped over in my hand, so where are we going with this? How are we ending this? Read for the collective at this moment, please. Yeah, somebody bit off more than they can chew. It's a poser, a warlock. It could be male or female. Obviously, a warlock's a male, but somebody dabbling in magic here, okay? Dabbling in bullshit and posing, okay? Somebody is in their ego and in their pride, very arrogant and prideful and conceited. They're a follower, not a leader, okay? So if they're claiming they're a leader online, they're not. They're following the leader. Who's the leader? An idiot trying to gain off of others. So this is somebody that doesn't take the noble approach, has no morals, ethics, or honor. They don't do the right thing, okay? They don't protect or defend. They're in it to win it, and that's it. They're only here to get theirs. They bit off more than they can chew, and they're very angry, and they're a coward down deep inside. Very angry about some sort of communication, somebody assessing a situation. Could be a young person, yet again, doesn't have to be. They're angry that you're so creative and inspirational and insightful. This is exciting news for you. You're taking a different approach or a different path here. Or somebody's angry, somebody else is going a different way now. Yeah, they're letting it go, or you let them go. Removing obstacles. They can't restrict you. They can't hold you back. They can't trap you or bind you. You're going to have to let this go. You removed all obstacles. You're not worried. Or they're going to get let go. You're a high priest or high priestess. You know what's going on. You have intuition and high wisdom here. You do have a direct connection with source. You don't say much, but you observe. You know they're doing a lot. They can't restrict you now. Okay? People aren't talking to one another. You're not talking to these people. You won't give them an inch. Good for you. Don't give them any quarter. Don't give them a purchase, nothing. There's a lot of secrecy going on here. They're secretly feeling sorry for themselves, feeling rejected and abandoned, or they secretly wanted you to feel rejected and abandoned. Okay, you're ignoring them. You don't care. You're doing your own thing. They're regretting what they've done here. Somebody's got to walk away from this. So somebody's no longer in it. You know what? They don't have the stomach for this anymore. They know they're going to be facing some hardships. You're no longer interested. You're going towards your 9th and 10th cup. This is 8 cups. There's no emotional fulfillment or happiness here. So somebody's thinking this over. I don't want nothing to do with this. They have to take, it's been going on for a long time. They have to take accountability. They see you have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. They see that you're committed to what you're doing. This is your birthright, obviously. You belong doing what you do. Or somebody's coming to give you an offer here. After all this time, they're dragging their feet. Okay? They're coming shielded, though. Don't come with half-truths, please. Please speak the truth. Yeah, they wanted you to lose your job and walk away from your job. They're going to lose their job. Whatever they did, it didn't work. They're not masterful. They haven't mastered themselves with their emotions. They didn't put the work in. They're lazy. They're scared. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. 8-8, if this resonates with you. Okay, 8-8-8. Can't make this up. They can't move on. They didn't want you moving on, but they're in trouble here. They can't escape this. They're going to have to humble themselves. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. If they had any authority or power, they abused it. They bent to public pressure. It's all about their image, right? They're in their ego and in their pride. They're very power hungry and controlling. Could be a crooked father, leader, judge, crooked boss even. They gave their power away. It's a tyrant. It's a bully. Yeah, they don't want this out in the open. This is not wish fulfillment. It could be sick or injured as well. Losing hope. They're in their south node. They gave out false information, misleading information about you. If this is somebody you were in a relationship with, or somebody else is in a relationship with, and they got them to do their bidding, it's unrequited love. It's a lot of trauma bonding. You're not going back to your past. If this is somebody from your past, if it's your family, they ain't shit. You put up some burdens. You put up some boundaries. You overcame, persevered. They're very burdened now. They're very resentful, I heard, but they're very defensive at this moment. They're blocked. They're trying to block you. By blocking you, they're blocking themselves, whether it's your family or the people they got working for them. This was an injustice. They're trying to block this out here. Yeah, it's over. Maybe they tried to take you out. Maybe somebody else went. I don't know, but this is change. You are the phoenix rising. You healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise. They were definitely emotionally, mentally, verbally, and psychologically abusing you, shit-talking you. Now they want forgiveness. Maybe they're finding out they don't have much time. Somebody's in their emotions. They're emotionally manipulative. They blackmail emotionally. They're superficial, shallow, and selfish. They don't care who they hurt. They're very neglectful in life. They have to take accountability. It's been going on for a long time. So he has hidden agendas, or addictions, I meant to say. So it's a hidden agenda. They're not kind, nurturing, sweet, loving, kind. Nothing. Okay, nothing about them is kind. People are seeing through the illusions. All that glitters is not gold. They're running out of options. Don't have a choice. This is out of greed. Gold diggers, clout chasers. They wanted to make you unstable, look unstable. This was jealousy, materialism. Very, very duplicitous and not grounded. They don't know their value and their worth. They don't want people to see your value and your worth, but people are seeing through it. You're coming into wish fulfillment, okay? These people are gluttons. They wanted to sacrifice you. That was their wish fulfillment. They wanted you stuck and struggling, waiting, maybe for a twin flame or stability, but this is it, okay? They've tried to cause stagnation, delays in your world, making you wait. But now they're stuck and struggling. They try to sacrifice you. They're going to have to sacrifice themselves now. Sacrifice whatever this is. They made all these sacrifices for somebody else's wish fulfillment, not their own. They're finding this out, okay? At the end of the day, there's a lot of money involved. They're not getting any of this money. They lied to these people. Their lives are falling apart, crumbling, and they made all these sacrifices for these assholes. Yeah, going through the dark night of the soul. It flipped, so I'm going to put it back in. Made all these sacrifices for this cause, these assholes, based off of lies, and they're going to have to pay for them. Does that sound fair? Somebody's a glutton. They're very satisfied with this. Everybody else is getting stuck. They're on the hook for this, except for them. Good for you. These people, I'm telling you. Yeah. Not happy. They're spreading egregious gossip. They're parting ways with this group, cult, coven, whatever this is, friend group, secret society. Somebody's not happy. No more celebrating here because they're being investigated. They're finding out the truth. Okay, somebody was juggling them, playing games with them. They're not to be trusted. Somebody is greedy and selfish and lazy. They don't want responsibility here. Oh, they're fighting. There's a lot of fighting going on here. There's conflict, competition. There's a witch hunt. You weren't even a witch. People watched as they tried to burn you. See, she's not on fire yet, but this person's going to be held to liable. Somebody's taking some action here. They're getting the repercussions to these bad decisions here. This person's very karmic. It was all one-sided coming up against you. They're parting ways. They're grieving and regretting. This is a tower. They're very disappointed. This is a tower because you were innocent all along. And they're facing financial ruin, spiritual jail. They could be injured and or hurt. They're trying to withhold this. Somebody's very angry right now. They're impersonating you. This could be forgery. Somebody's stealing your work, your ideas, your achievements. They felt entitled. This is a poser. Something to do with a home, a family, business, stability. They're going to lose their stability. Well, somebody's in their feelings here. They were malicious, ruthless, and cruel and careless. They didn't give a shit about anybody in this group. Emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed, okay? They're scared. This is a scandal. Somebody's sick or injured. They don't want to heal. Blocked. They don't know what to do. Sudden departure, sudden arrival. In the last read, somebody wants to turn up and speak to you the truth. It's going to be sudden here. They have no contingency plans, okay? Somebody's waiting. Blocking somebody's stability, somebody's business. Blocked by this King of Pentacles. Maybe there's going to be some fast communication, action, and or travel. Usually it's good news. 8 of Wands. Something's happening quickly here. They're getting some karma. They're trying to overturn this. Remove this karma. They wanted your destiny. This could be the police coming through, or this is they know they have to take accountability. It's radical acceptance and bring back balance to a situation. You overcame and you persevered. You're moving forward. It's universally driven. It's victory. Okay, somebody got hurt or injured, or they wanted to do this to you, or somebody else got. This is 10 of Swords. This is overkill. This is too much. They did too much. Now they want forgiveness. This person needs to go into recovery, or recover this monies they stole, or they're trying to recover their, I don't know, their reputation. There is an investigation. They're finding out exactly what's going on. You're one person alone, and these people, a whole crowd, lots of people are involved, different factions, different situations, different stories or agendas coming up after one person. You're shining a light on this, or somebody else is. There's definitely an investigation going on. I pity the fool. I pity the fool. So we have inside scoop, closer look, nosy, up in your business. Same shit, different day. People up in your business, right? Mind their own business. Keeps them out of trouble that way. Two-faced. Someone is friendly yet deceitful. Silent understanding, unspoken understanding creates a deep connection. Oh, well, I'm part of this group. I feel like I belong. Well, hopefully you feel that way while you're in jail or in hell, and or while you're on the streets when you get sued. I don't know. Whoever this person is. I feel like I'm part of a crowd now. Maybe it's somebody that never had friends. Maybe somebody that was very socially awkward, insecure. But now they're getting the attention, but it's fake. It's to do their bidding. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, mirror, reflection, reference, distinguish, and appearance. Take it for whatever that is. And somebody's trying to run away from this now. Get away. Or this is Spirit telling you to get away from this group. You're going down with the group then. Keep away and give up. People are sick and tired of what's going on here. Cycles over it, decision made. Stubborn. Bossy, selfish, and inflexible. So, it is what it is. Take it for whatever that is. Obviously, you're doing other people's bidding and you're taking on their karma. Whoever these people are. These persons. Let's see what's going to happen to these persons, Spirit. What's the end result for these persons, please? Give us a good bird's eye view. How's this going to end? Something to do with a gift. You're very gifted, or they were promised gifts, or they were going after your spiritual gifts, or this is the inheritance or life insurance. Somebody's, yeah, there you go. Somebody's sick. Could have lost their gifts as well. They're in sorrow. Maybe they have to prepare their affairs. They're going to prison. That's it. I can't make this up. You're getting the message loud and clear. Okay? There we go. So they found messages that they wanted to take you out or unalive you or unalive somebody else. Okay? For life insurance, for an inheritance, spiritual or otherwise. I don't know. They caused an unalive. Now they're in despair. Because it was all over for a fortune. This whole group is in despair because it was somebody else's agenda. Okay? So people could be losing their lives, their livelihoods, going to jail, their freedom, their relationships, their happiness, their health. It is what it is. Be careful who you come after, okay? Don't come after anybody. Mind your own business. That's the way I look at it, okay? I don't like people in my, in my life and outside my life. I don't like people, but I certainly don't harass them. I don't, if they're online and I don't like them, I scroll. I keep going. Okay, I don't go in the comment section. I don't watch their videos just so I can pick them apart or go in the comment section and insult them and threaten them or try to shadow ban them or flag them or steal their energy or their work. I don't go around gossiping. I don't go on hate trains or crusades. Why? Because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be them. I know who I am and I know who I'm not. I know what I have to offer to the world. And I know what I don't have to offer. Everybody has their own place in this world. And they have the right to be who they're meant to be. And to be respected, no matter what. Whether people agree with you or not. If you don't agree, keep going. Mind your own business. Okay? Put that effort into bettering yourself. Instead of tearing someone else down. Okay. You want this deck? I haven't used it in a while, so why not? Okay, yeah. 2 decks together. I didn't expect that. Sorry. What else would you like these people to know? And pick it up that some of these people are listening. So I'm talking as if I'm talking to them. Yeah. Okay. Because good people, like my collective, wouldn't be doing this. Scorpio's involved, you or them, or something happened to Scorpio season. It's also, you know what I'm saying? Inspiring. They're trying to steal your inspiration. Somebody's going to be inspired to do the right thing, maybe. Responsible, to be responsible, to do the responsible thing. Someone's on a budget. They wanted you on a budget. How dare you have more than me? They're going to have to budget things now because things might not be the same. Take it for whatever that is. Somebody took a risk and it didn't pay off, I think. Or somebody's going to take a risk now and tell the truth. Somebody needs direction in their life. So could be people that you're dealing with or that are trying to deal with you. Because I don't think you're associated with these people. You're the one that got targeted, right? These people take direction from other people. They can't think for themselves, or they're too afraid to make decisions for themselves. They follow the crowd. It's like a herd mentality, hive mind. They can't make their own decisions here. Someone's going through some sort of depression, or they sent you depression spells because you're moving on, or somebody else is moving on. This is all family issues. Maybe their family's behind this with this inheritance and this life insurance. And everybody else is moving on because they're figuring it out. Something to do sexually incompatible. So I do know that there's a couple breaking up and the side piece is angry and they're going to be telling on them. Somebody won't change or things aren't changing, okay? They're trying to hurt you and it's not happening. Somebody lives in a fantasy world, okay? Oh, I made a mistake. Really? Was that a mistake? It's a crime what you did. Somebody's very unpredictable. Be a Taurus, you or them. A Virgo, you or them. You're very compassionate, family-oriented. You could have friend-zoned somebody or somebody feels hurt by that. You're very ambitious or somebody's trying to Somebody's very ambitious. Maybe they want what you have, okay? Somebody has no free time, or you have no free time for this person. Somebody's worried, or this is going on in their world. Really, you have nothing to do with it. Only take it if it applies. They caused a lot of trouble for people, and this is a big fall for them, okay? You have a lot of great willpower and protection, and they should know by now. This is, if you don't like swear words, you can log off right now, because this has got swear words in it. It's just for fun, okay? To liven, pick up the mood a bit. So we have, I am a fucking masterpiece. Yes, you are. Fuck what others think. Do what makes you happy. As long as you don't hurt others, right? I can and I will, because I am a badass like this. Of course you are. You are fucking amazing. Rock that shit. And making mistakes is better than faking perfection. So somebody wants to give off that they're perfect and they don't make mistakes. Well, good for them. At least being authentic, you attract more authentic people in your circle. Fake attracts fake. I don't want fake. So if you're fake, hey, stick around if you want. You're more than welcome, but don't be fake with me, please. So I'll know it. I'll sense it. I don't appreciate it. Let's get a couple of the tea. Okay, we'll get the angels on it. Break up the mood a bit. Where are we going with this? How would you like the collective to know? Aim. Let out the blazing fire within you. Allow it to destroy anything unproductive in your life. Maybe that's what they did. They destroyed everything productive in their life and went for the unproductive. But anyways, get rid of what doesn't serve you. In other words, okay? You don't need these people or the situation. If this is somebody in this situation, in this crowd. Belief brings love and music. Focus your mind on the calculations of your heart and stop wasting time. So, believe in yourself. Stop believing in other people's words and stories. Believe in yourself and what you see and what you experience in life. Take that experience and turn it into something beautiful. Turn it into power. That pain into power, right? Alidia. Keeping things to yourself can be difficult. Try not to overshare. Place that where it belongs. I can't pronounce this. Ayazalel. Is there someone you've been quarreling with? It is time to let go and move on. So you've been quarreling with these people or quarreling with yourself, okay? You're really feeling conflicted about what's been happening here and the effects, what's happening. The person that was targeted here is being protected. I'm going to tell you that much, okay? They're not a bad person. They haven't done anything that was accredited to them. It was all lies. It was all gossip. It was slander. And there was a hate train. I know it's been going on. It's coming to an end for some people. I mean, this is past, present, future as well. So if you're going through it, but for some people out here, it's coming to an end. The reality is setting in, and people are realizing the error of their ways, or at least one person is, and they're going to turn this person in. Even if it's because they broke up and their person doesn't want them and they're feeling left out, at least they're telling the truth. But please tell the whole truth, even the part you played in it, okay? And clean. Make sure that you're clean. So, like I said, if you're holding back and you're lying, trying to cover up what you've done, if they're listening, it just makes you sound very uncredible, uncredible, and self-serving at the end of the day. So if you want to tell on somebody, tell it all. Tell it true, okay? Including what you've done. So we have Phoenix. You are the Phoenix Rising. Darling, congratulations. This is the moment for rebirth. Do not be bound by your past and find yourself in the future. That could be for you, the one that was victimized, or I don't want to call you a victim, even though they did try to victimize you. You held strong. Congratulations. But this is also the others that were victimized in the group. And I'm going to call them victims because they fell for it. Okay? It's time to raise up and do better and be better. So this is your bounce back, all of you, if you so choose to accept this mission. It's up to you guys. Congratulations. So it's coming to a close. I love you and I thank you. And until next time, take care.